Hi, and welcome to this video on Spline Kit Pro. Today is going to be a continuation of trigger nodes. Today we're going to talk about how to use your own custom scripts, how to trigger your own custom scripts from a trigger node along a spline. So let's just say maybe we have a cube, right? And he's just going along the spline. And let's just say that we want to trigger him just to spin. So let's just go ahead and see how we'd set that up. We first create us a spline here. Let's create some sort of kind of straight line here. And then we'll put a cube on there. And let's add a spline animator here. Add him to the spline. Let's give him let's auto start him. And let's use a speed of maybe, let's say 2. And as I said before, we're going to make it so that we're going to spin this guy. So we don't want to use the spline rotation, otherwise it would just overwrite our function. So we're going to turn that off, okay, so that we can control that. And okay, so the next thing we're going to need now is a trigger node to trigger our function. So let's go ahead and create one of those. Let's just move it along here. Let's just say maybe halfway. Okay. And see, our cube's just going to move one way, so we're just going to leave that both. And we're going to add a command here. And it's going to be set or execute function. Okay. Now I guess we should talk about, well, I need a function obviously to call on this guy first. So let's look at a quick function that I've written here. It's just called spin. I've got this function here called start spinning. And it's going to take an SK command structure, and this just has all the parameters wrapped up in it that you can pass. So you can do command dot, and you've got all your values in here that you can grab and pass. Okay. Obviously, some of those are just game object ones, but you get the idea. So here we're going to use the float value to denote how much we're going to spin around the y-axis. And you can look at the update here. If should spin is true, which we set true when we call this function, it's going to rotate our cube by this spin and scale it by the delta time. Okay, so simple function, just spin the cube. Now that we have that function, of course, we need to put it on our cube. So we'll come to our cube and make sure we add that spin to it. Okay, so now it has the spin script on it, so now we can call that function. So we'll come back to our trigger, and the name of our function was start spinning. And let's just say that we're going to use that float value again. Let's just say 90 degrees, and that should be it. So let's go ahead and see how that works. Goes, he should hit the trigger and start spinning, which he does. Okay, and that is a pretty basic example, but still an example of how you can call your own custom scripts and have them triggered from a trigger node. So I hope you found this video useful. As always, if you have any questions, requests, feedback, whatever, send me a message at splinekit@gmail.com. Splinekit's one word. And I'll be happy to help you out, see if I can maybe incorporate something into a new video. So just send me a message. All right, thanks for joining me.